presents boys high school basketball in a Big Rivers Conference matchup tonight between the Rice Lake Warriors and the Eau Claire North Huskies. I'm Bob Radovich, this is Dave Sparger, and Sparks, this is a big-time atmosphere. This feels like a sectional or a state tournament-type game. The band is playing, we're on a big arena-style court. First ever high school game here in the Sonotag, a brand new facility that just opened for competition this past fall.
Just an amazing complex. You said it, this has that feeling of the big times. This is like sectional finals, or even how it used to be at state with the field house when it was a little tighter. It's just really a great atmosphere tonight. And again, just an outstanding facility to let these high school kids play in.
And kind of how this came about, the Rice Lake Warriors, of course, making that long run in football all the way to the state finals, finished runner-up in Division II. So they had to kind of push their schedule back a little bit. This game was, they were looking at options. It was supposed to be played early in the season. They decided, well, we need to push it back, and North understood. The only issue with tonight is that North girls basketball was playing at the Doghouse tonight. So you know how it goes. Athletic directors get on the phone, they start calling, they wind up here, and like I said, I think this is a win-win for everybody, including the facilities people here, because now they know how this all works for a high school game. Getting a band in here, getting fans in here. It's a little different than a university game, but it allows them to see how it all works.
Yeah, like you said, it's a great way to get a trial run in. You and I were talking before the game about what a great facility this would be for the sectionals this year. Well, if you're going to do that, you better have some trial runs to see how the high school will fit in here compared to a college game. And the one thing you'll notice right away is if you look at the basketball floor, it's hard to see the high school three-point arc.
Yep.
And that's one thing that if you're going to host a sectional, they're probably going to have to put a darker line down. It's going to be tough on the officials to really pick up on that arc and whether it was a three or not a three. So again, just one of those little differences about being in this big facility.
Official Tyler Schroyer, I was talking to him before the game. He said, I'm going to have to get my reading glasses out just to take a look on that. Besides that, okay, this is a different setup. You got the arena-style baskets. You got a lot of room, especially going that way. How do you adjust? I mean, you get your 15-minute warm-up, you can get some shots in, but mentally, how do you adjust? If you're a coach telling your guys, all right, the court's wider, it's longer, you're shooting at different basketball, or do you just let it go and say, guys, it's a basketball court, go out and play?
Yeah, the one thing North did do is North came over and had a practice here. Now, it was early this morning, but at least they got on the floor to get adjusted to it a little bit. But you're right. It's like no difference if you're at a new facility with those big space on the ends. And again, that's just the same thing with sectionals or at the field house or at Kohl Center. It's different, right? It's a different view. It's a different thing to get look. It'll take a bit to get used to for these teams.
Let's talk about this matchup. The North Huskies come in 2-4. They've squeezed in 6 games already in this young season. This is their Big Rivers Conference opener. We've seen them a couple of times. This is a team that's got that experienced backcourt. When the shots are dropping, boy, they can stay with anybody. The challenge, though, is if the shots aren't falling, where are the points coming from?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like you said, if the shots are falling and they get them early in their offense, it's a good look for North Huskies. If they start to miss shots, the problem is they're not a good rebounding team. And obviously it makes sense when you talk about you're going to be good if you make shots, right? But a lot of teams can get that second or third opportunity, and North struggles on the offensive board. So they need them to fall early in their offense. And again, they've got a guy. They got Besson, who has stepped up this year. He is averaging 23 points, done a great job. And again, Tyler Barrows, he's averaging 11. He is their three-point specialist. So they've just got to find other scorers.
You look at Rice Lake is a team. A lot of these guys played on the football team, so they're kind of still in transition mode. But senior guard Zach Orr is the guy that makes it go. Coach's kid, multi-year starter, really dynamic, quick. He's got the handles, he's got the shooting. He's going to be a focal point of that North defensive game plan.
Yeah, you're right, because he is a coach on the floor. They want the ball in his hands to run that offense, and really Evan Strand is the guy who benefits from that. He's averaging 19 points a game because, again, Zach Orr knows how to distribute the basketball.
You got an interesting coaching matchup. The always energetic Kevin Orr of Rice Lake. He's a veteran. And then You got Logan Horn in his first year, although he's been on staff for a long time. It's kind of cool to see those two coaches talking. And you, Sparks, you coach sports in the Big Rivers. It's always nice when the coaches are, it's a fraternity. Yeah, when the game's going on, it's a competition, but everybody afterwards, that's a kind of a neat dynamic.
It is, and it doesn't matter what sport it is, great dynamic. All the coaches have always gotten along great. All those all-conference meetings and all those preseason meetings. The coaches, like you said, it is a fraternity, and they do a great job of just really working together.
Herrick and Hart Law Office has been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. And just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable services. Sparks, we're excited for a good one. It's National Anthem coming up. The band is here. Crowd is filling in. We still got room for you here at Sonotag. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy the action. We are honored to be here. This is going to be a lot of fun.
And your Eau Claire North Huskies. Eau Claire North High School and WIAA require good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Now at this time, to honor America and those defending our freedoms, we ask all who are able to please stand for the playing of our national anthem by the Eau Claire North Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Joe McCausland.
Eau Claire North Pep Band with the very fine rendition of our national anthem. Starters set to be introduced here at the Sonotag. Sparks, if you're going to look at keys to the game, first of all, for the North Huskies, what do they have to do to be successful tonight?
Huskies have got to handle that Rice Lake pressure. They're going to go full court, they're going to pick up, and they're going to get in your grill. So initially, right out of the gate, the Huskies have got to adjust and handle that pressure.
And for Rice Lake, what do you think the Warriors need to do?
Well, you know, it's only their third game of the year, so really I think Rice Lake's still trying to figure out themselves as a team, you know, how the substitution pattern is going to work, you know, who does what. So I just think, you know, Rice Lake's just kind of getting their feet going here on the season. So I'm sure Coach Orr's got specific things he's going to look at. One is just how good can you run the offense still. Again, only the third game of the year, I'm sure that's still a work in progress.
Husky starters being introduced, familiar names, Tyler Barrows, Zach Shipman, Messiah Lemke getting the start tonight. He's an athletic kid and a defender. He's got a little bit more length, and I think that's in response to the pressure that Rice Lake's going to be putting on.
Yeah, that's good call. They definitely want that extra help.
So Besson, Barrows, Gust, Gavin Wise, and Messiah Lemke. On the other side, Evan Strand, Zach Orr, Will Svensson, Pierce Hastreiter, and Will Johnson. Rice Lake versus Eau Claire North, the first ever high school event here in the brand new Sonntag Event Center here in Eau Claire. It's just really cool to watch a lot of these folks here, and a lot of them are in this facility for the first time. And so they're getting a chance to go see the indoor turf facility and this place, and just even the concession stands. I mean, it's just, this is a wonderful community gathering place.
Yeah, if they were smart, they got here early to get a chance to look around.
So jumping center, Will Svensson, Gavin Wise, ball is tipped, and the Huskies have it. Tyler Barrows will start the offense for the Huskies. Elliot Besson, Lemke back to Besson. Lemke to Barrows. Gust. Again, Rice Lake in that traditional tight man-to-man defense.
Yeah, they're going to switch all those ball screens too.
Contact and a foul. That's going to go on Will Johnson of the Warriors. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and they take most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today. Up top, Wise. Lemke to Gust. Barrows will pop from distance, and that's good.
Good start for Tyler Barrows. He always likes to see that first one go down.
Evan Strand to bring it up for the Warriors. Johnson, and now Orr. Orr operating on Gust. Huskies in a man-to-man. Here's Hastreiter. Into the lane, off the glass, no, tapped around. Hastreiter gets it back, little short. Another opportunity, and he'll go to the line.
Well, great job by Pierce Hastreiter. Realized he wasn't getting guarded on the perimeter. He just took it to the rack. Kept missing those short bunnies, but was tenacious with the offensive rebounds and draws the foul.
He's Hastreiter at the line. We'll take the opportunity to let you know that Mancino's Grinders and Pizza is locally owned and operated, and they have been a family tradition for more than 27 years. For the best hot sandwich in town, grab a grinder at Mancino's, conveniently located just off of Business Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. First points for Rice Lake. Hastreiter, the lefty free throw, a little short. Tapped around, he grabs the rebound. So good activity early on from Hastreiter. That ball was tipped, so no double dribble. Hastreiter again off the glass and good.
Good cut right there by Hastreiter going baseline. And they found him for the easy two.
Spargs, the names change every year for Rice Lake. They play the same way, just tenacious.
Yeah, that's Coach Orr's
They play
whole
like their
thing,
coach,
isn't it?
yeah. Energy, effort. Fun team to watch, tough team to play against. Off the glass and good. Elliot Besson.
Yeah, good move right there by Elliot Besson. Staying aggressive, taking it to the hole and drawing the and one.
You look at Besson's evolution of his game. I mean, when he got to the varsity level, he's always a good shooter, always had a good handle. But as the years have gone by, he's added so much to his game, and he's much more of a complete player.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in that offensive end like that. I think you talked about more of a kind of an outside guy, the last couple years. Now he's willing to take it in and really handle it and go to the hole.
Barrows to throw it in. Huskies have it with the 2-point lead. Besson gets around, layup, no. Tough shot and a good take, but just a little short. Zach Orr now. Orr, one of those football guys. He had a really nice season as a receiver. Svensson also I should say, a steady performer. Look at Hastreiter again. Effort on the glass. Besson hounded by Hastreiter. And they're going to get the foul on Pierce Hastreiter. That's the third team foul already on Rice Lake. Whether it is skiing, hockey, or basketball this winter, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back for all your sports-related injuries. You can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit us online, shepkechiropractic.com. Sam Jevney into the game for Rice Lake, around with Grant Paholke. Besson, a little weave action up top. Besson. Barrows, yes sir.
Barrows has got such a quick release. He doesn't need a whole lot of room to get that off.
Here's Strand, pull-up jumper, no good. Batted around, who's got it? Besson tracks it down. Switch up top. Now Paholke picking up Besson.
Side, post up! Side, get in there! Look in! Look in, look in.
Whistle and a foul away from the ball, and that one's going to go on the Warriors. So already Rice Lake, 4 team fouls.
Yeah, Lemke had a mismatch inside right there, and you could probably hear Coach Horn yelling to get it inside. He's got some size advantage interior, and they're trying to find him.
It's a non-shooting foul. Tyler Barrows will throw it in. Gust open from behind the arc. It rims out. Wise rebound. Bucket. 10-3 start for the Huskies. That one no good. Sam Jevney, North on the push. Wise on the drive, gets to the glass and scores.
Gavin Wise with a good putting that shoulder down and taking it to the hoop.
I like what North has done on these last few possessions. They're in attack mode. Speaking of attack mode, Zach Orr.
Yeah, Zach Orr knew that they needed a bucket there. He was going to take it upon himself to get one.
He's another kid, Sparks. You just see the evolution of his game. He's always a great ball handler, really quick. I think that the weight training that he's done for football and for basketball, that's paid off. He's a solid kid.
Yeah, he's put together like most of those Rice Lake players are.
Yeah, they know where the weight room is in that school. They know how to get there.
That weight room gets used a lot for all their sports.
Yep. 7-point lead for the Huskies. Besson to throw it in. Besson guarded by Svensson.
24 going in.
Tipped.
Way down, boys.
Out of bounds, and the Huskies will keep it. Visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin. Featuring more than 2 million lights at Wildwood Park, open every night from 5 to 9 p.m. now through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with the suggested donation of non-perishable food or cash. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. You know, everybody getting used to this facility, Sparks. We had 2 North Reserves coming in, checking in with us.
Yeah. So the people at home are wondering who we were talking to.
Well, we have to say, no, you got to talk to the officials.
Yeah,
Good to know
we'd like to check in.
in.
We'd like to check in, but we can't do that.
Steal, Paholke, layup is good. Defense leading to offense for the Warriors, and they've got the lead down to 5.
Yeah, good answer right here by Rice Lake to get them spelled back in it. And again, they're doing it on the defensive end.
Now they've got numbers. The pass from Svensson off the board. Barrows clears to Gust. Isaac West, number 23, into the game for the Huskies.
There's the pick.
Another steal. Layup, Zach Orr. 6-0 run by the Warriors.
Yeah, Zach Orr again with the quick hands gets the steal.
Gus, nice hesitation dribble. Contact, play on, rebound, Johnson. Zach Orr will launch from distance. That is good. Just like that, Rice Lake has tied it. 9-0 run.
Yeah, and I think it's about a 7-0 run for Zach Orr by himself.
Besson, contact. Offensive rebound. Besson again. Besson on the drive, blocked by Swenson. Johnson trying to get it inside, deflected out of bounds. Huskies basketball. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Evan Strand back in for Rice Lake. I think as hard as these teams are playing Sparks, coaches are going to have to be really aware of who's tired, who needs to come out in their substitution patterns. You're playing on the bigger floor, and these guys are really getting after it.
Well, that's something you don't remember, that it is a bigger floor. So you're right, that substitution rotation will be big tonight.
Well, and you know when you play in an environment like this, your adrenaline will carry you through, but you're right, you don't realize that the court is longer, it's wider, and then all of a sudden, you know, at a point of the game where you're usually feeling pretty good, you're gassed. And those legs are kind of, so again, that's a challenge for the coaches. We are all even 12 apiece. This has been a good one. North had a nice run to take the lead. Huskies came right back. Three-pointer on the way. Jack Strable. You want to look at another key for the Huskies, Sparks, is getting some bench scoring. You know what you're going to get from Besson. You know what Barrows is going to provide. You kind of know what Gustin will contribute. It's who else? Who else can contribute?
Yeah, and again, we talked to the coaches before the game, like you said, they've got the usual two, but every night they got to try to find somebody else that can help with the scoring.
Good looking three that time, Will Johnson. Well, after a little bit of a slow start for Rice Lake, the Warriors are kind of filling it up.
Yeah, they're shooting the ball much better here lately.
And a turnover.
Another turnover.
The Huskies, Svensson, Jevney back in for Rice Lake. Elliot Besson back in for the Huskies. Fleet Farm's layaway program is here to help you make this year's holiday shopping easier than ever. Get the best and biggest gifts secured before they're gone and enjoy convenient payment and storage options. Learn more about Fleet Farm's layaway program. Visit any store or head to fleetfarm.com. Swenson dribble handoff. Hostreiter. In the lane, Hostreiter gets it knocked away. Good defense by the Huskies. Wise with it. And another steal by the Warriors. Here comes Will Johnson, challenged, but a foul is going to go on Gavin Wise. Although I think that's one that Coach Logan Horn doesn't mind because you're contesting a layup and now you're going to make the guy go to the line.
Yeah, if you're going to contest, you got to make sure he doesn't put it in. So we got the miss, like you said, earned the two at the stripe. And again, more subs coming. But every dead ball situation, the benches are getting used.
Oh yeah, and you're seeing guys. I think you can see in some of these guys that it's like, whoa, this is. And it's not just the size of the court. It's just, this is an intense game.
Yeah.
2-2 from the line. And the Warriors have the lead. Lemke. Gust, open look on the way in the bucket for Aaron
Left
Gust.
open at the top of the key. He was ready to shoot it.
18-17 North. Good back and forth game right here at the Sonotech. Zach Orr, kick out, Strand. Three for Evan Strand. Huskies with the ball down by 2. Besson swings to Lemke. Operating on Svensson. Good closeout by the Warriors on the shooter Besson. Elliott Besson, layup good. Back to even at 20 apiece. We having fun, Sparks?
Oh,
this is
back and forth.
And being courtside too.
Absolutely.
Boy, you really get a
little
sense
different
of the
view, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just can
fun.
feel the game down here too.
Glad to be here. This is good stuff. On the way, Jevney.
Jevney with the rainbow three.
Sparks, remember when we talked about how these teams would adjust to this facility? I think the answer is pretty well.
Yeah, I would say the first 5 minutes is all it took, because now the points are coming.
I will say, having put up shots on arena-style baskets, it always seemed to me that they're a little bit more forgiving on the rim.
Yeah, a little softer on the rim, aren't they?
And a steal. Pahalki. Zach Orr. That one a little short. Pahalki going way up for the rebound. Pahalki again. Strand all the way to the buckets.
Again, pounding that offensive board. Rice Lake taking advantage.
And with that, we'll take a timeout. Back in 30 seconds. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back to live action. North Huskies had another open look from Aaron Gus that wouldn't go down. And now the Warriors have it, leading by 5. Zach Orr a little short. Besson on the rebound. North had a 9-3 lead. Check that, 12-3. Rice Lake has really picked it up. Lemke will head to the line.
Aaron Gus on a real nice feed to him there. Created that foul.
Foul on Svensson. That's the 16th foul on Rice Lake. Next one will put the Huskies in the bonus. Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. The Jesperson Group has a pulse on the local real estate market, and they can help you with both existing homes and new builds. They can also assist you through each step of the process. Search Jesperson Group, C21 Affiliate, to see the current listings. Then step confidently in the real estate world, knowing you've got the Jesperson Group by your side. They make the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That is what you get. Jesperson Group at C21 Affiliated. 1-2 that trip for Lemke. Kick ball by Besson. Warriors will keep it. 6:43 to go here in a relatively fast-moving first half. Or inbounding underneath his own basket. Connor Durand is back in for Rice Lake. Durand, another of those football guys. Durand from outside. Another three-pointer for the Warriors.
Again, just a great job by Zach Orr. With the ball in his hand, he penetrates, finds the open teammate, and he drains a three.
That is the 5th made three by my count this half for the Warriors. Aaron Gust. Barrows. That's off. Barrows' offensive rebound taken away by Jevney. Here comes Paholke. Evan Strand.
Yeah, good job by the Warriors running the floor right there.
Again, it started with that pressure. That's, I think, what kind of turned things over. They got some turnovers. And all of a sudden, the threes are dropping for Rice Lake. They're getting to the bucket. Barrows' three-pointer is good.
Barrows 3 for 3 now from outside the arc.
Boy, when we saw him the last time when North played Lacrosse Central, his shots were just not going down, but obviously he has found his stroke. Evan Strand.
So is Evan Strand tonight.
Boy, both of these teams shooting a nice percentage. 9-point lead for Rice Lake. Important stretch coming here. Jevney commits the foul, and that's going to put Aaron Gust on the line to shoot 1-1. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. I have a feeling this is an important 5-minute stretch now for the Huskies.
Yeah, good point. They're only up or down 9 right now, and they missed that front end. That's costly. But you're right, it's a 9-point game. The Huskies want to stay close. They can't let Rice Lake get away from them here before the half.
Again, this is Rice Lake basketball. Up-tempo, pressure defense, and guys that just really get after you. Zach Orr, nice look inside. Grant Paholke.
Again, Zach Orr just sees the floor. A little penetration. They try to give him some help. Dishes off for the easy 2.
Yeah, textbook point guard play there. 11-point lead for the Warriors. Knocked away. Another turnover. Layup blocked. Gavin Wise, the block. He got way up. Besson now. Elliot Besson, a lot of contact and a foul goes on the Warriors. Sub coming in for North Huskies.
Number 11, Will Svensson. In for the Warriors, number 4, Sam Jevney.
Yeah, Rice Lake likes to play physical, and it's cost them a little bit here late now. Some of those fouls are starting to pile up.
Isaac West back in for the Huskies. HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the past 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. First one drops through for Elliot Besson. He's up to 5 points. Make it 2-2. Huskies back within single digits. Looking to string some stops together here and put an end to this Rice Lake run. It's a 32-14 run from when it was 12-3. And North was playing with so much confidence early, and then Rice Lake just kind of stuck to its principles. Tough defense, attacking the basket, looking for a drive and kick. Open looks from the perimeter like that, although shot from Will Johnson wouldn't go down. Gavin Wise. Now Aaron Gust. On track, but a rimmed out. Zach Orr into the corner. Grant Paholke puts it in. Threes are falling for Rice Lake.
And every 3 that's fallen has been an assist by Zach Orr.
Yeah, I think that's why I think there are more than a few college coaches that are looking at him and saying, yep, I think he's a fit. Good drive by Besson, couldn't finish. Back the other way, Strand. Orr in the corner, but he was out of bounds. Yeah. Tyler Barrows back in for Eau Claire North. Besson will get a break.
Yeah, Huskies down 12 now. Needed to get Barrows back on the floor.
Connor Duran back in for Rice Lake. Orr guarding Barrows, that's a good matchup. Knocked away, but out of bounds. Huskies will keep it.
Yeah, Rice Lake continuing to do that run and jump full court. Anytime the ball handler starts to dribble, they're going to try to bring somebody from that weak side to trap him. Huskies calling out a set play here.
Strabel thought about the three. He instead kicked to Barrows. That one won't go. Batted around. Rebound, Isaac West. Besson from distance. No. Nice back tap. Barrows. Isaac West. That three is good.
Huskies getting some offensive boards there. Gives them that opportunity to drain a three.
Now Kevin Orr calling out a play. Duran looking for a cutter. Clears to Strand. Orr with it. Pounded inside, off the glass, no. Wise with the rebound.
Yeah, good look there for Johnson, just couldn't finish.
Besson drives, he gets fouled. To cover your church, call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company. Online at dahlmaninsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. At the line, Elliot Besson. Minute 45 remaining. These teams are on pace for a pretty high-scoring game, Sparks.
Yeah, they're really going up. Like you said, they're shooting the ball really well tonight.
Yeah, it's not that the defense has been bad. I just think both teams, and especially Rice Lake, executing their offense at a high level. Zach Orr to Connor Durand. Inside, Johnson, put it on the deck, blocked. Nice block, Gavin Wise.
Yeah. Huskies collapsing, really trying to handle Johnson there. Got a block, knocked it out.
So Zach Orr to throw it in, his team up by 7. Connor Durand inside the arc and into the buckets. I tell you, all these Rice Lake guys shoot with confidence.
Well, again, they all shoot the three. Yep. Connor Durand coming off the bench, gets an open three, knocks it down.
Besson working hard, gets it knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Huskies. I think the fans are into it tonight. Is this both student sections? Are these kids having fun? It's like we got the Hawaiian night going on for North, and not sure what Rice Lake is doing. I think they're dressed like high school kids.
Yeah, you get to on the away games.
Durand, another pointer is good.
He's got a big smile going down the floor, looking at his buddies on the bench.
And again, they're playing with the high school three-point line that from your topside camera may just be visible. 13-point lead for the Warriors. Near steal. Now they take it away. Will Jansen out to Orr. Dad Kevin Orr says one shot.
I think they might have heard that at home.
Zach Orr, it won't go. Rebound, Huskies. Besson, that will not count. Entertaining first half here from the Sonitech Center. It is Eau Claire North trailing Rice Lake by a score of 44-31. Sparks, if I could grab your microphone here, and we're going to do a little quick changeover. We'll talk to Logan Horn, head coach of the Huskies. And Logan, you know, one of these halves that, you know, you look at the start you had, a really good start, things are going well, and then the game kind of turned. I'm going to have you turn a little bit to look at our topside camera up there. But in your mind, what turned things around and what do you guys have to do to get back into it?
Yeah, I mean, we had a great start and they got a little tired with the longer court, I think, and stopped rebounding, stopped committing to being strong with the basketball. Pretty terrible coaching, deciding to leave some of those dudes open that are knocking them down. We certainly wasn't expecting that, but hey, a lot of game left. We can put up points in bunches. We just got to get stops.
All right, sir. We appreciate it. All right, Logan Horn of the North Huskies. Sparks, I mean, we'll kick it to you. You know, I liked so many things that North did. They were hitting shots early, then they kind of went into a little bit of a lull, and it just coincided with what Rice Lake was doing. It's just attack, 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 defend, turn you over, get some buckets, and once Rice Lake is in that flow, really tough to slow them down.
Yeah, when they start feeling it, you could see like that three was dropping. Every one of those guys was stepping out there at that arc and letting it fly, and they were shooting a high percentage outside the arc. But I tell you what, the one thing you could see was the frustration from Coach Horn was the rebounding. You know, he had that little extra frustration when he was talking to you about they just don't rebound well enough. And again, that comes on the defensive glass, eliminating Rice Lake to just one shot. And again, that seems to be an Achilles heel for this Husky team.
Well, like Coach Horn talked about, plenty of time left. We've got the overtime to make those adjustments. We'll take this overtime to hear some messages from our sponsors. We are at the half. Warriors 44, Huskies 31. You are watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th through December 31st.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Back at the Sonatag Event Center. We are at the half. Eau Claire North trailing Rice Lake 44-31. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger. Again, we're talking off camera of just how Rice Lake is playing this game. They get after you. They get after you and they'll give you some backcourt pressure. They play really tough half-court defense. And it's funny, I just said, they're playing on a college court and it's being officiated like a college game. And I think that plays into the strengths of what Rice Lake does.
Yeah, that's exactly what Rice Lake wants. Is they want it to be physical, they want it to be tough, because that's what their defense relies on. You watch them, they are so physical that it's making North have to play through a lot of that contact in order to score, in order to make the next pass. So again, if it's physical, it's going to be to Rice Lake's advantage.
Leading scorers in the first half, Grant Paholke, 10 points off the bench for Rice Lake, and Zach Orr chipping in with 7. Will Johnson's got 5. Connor Durand has 6 and a pair of 3-pointers.
And Evan Strand has 10 also.
Huskies led in scoring by Tyler Barrows, 9 points on 3 3-pointers. You've got Elliot Besson with 8, and then a couple guys each with 3 and one guy with 4. How does North slow this tempo down? Because to me, that's also one of the keys.
Yeah, the first thing they've got to do is obviously break that press. They've got to get the ball at the floor, get it over, and just kind of relax a little bit, let their offense get settled in, and not speed themselves up. You've done a nice job always talking about how teams can get sped up, and that's exactly what's kind of happening to the Huskies. So they've got to just, when they get it over, take a moment, pause a second, and then get into their offense and run their cutters. And then when they've done that, they've had those lanes to attack the hoop. But if they get sped up, that's when bad things happen.
And I think, too, when they're on offense, it's good to attack, but if there's nothing there, keep the play going, reverse it, do something else, make that extra pass. Kind of like when we saw North against La Crosse Central up at the doghouse. They're close. You can see that they're close, but they're not quite there, even though they're 6 games into it. But they're the kind of team, I think, once they figured it out and can play, with some pace on offense, but not rushed. I think that's the key.
Very well stated. You can play quick, but you don't have to play hurried. Yeah, and that's exactly what North's got to keep continuing to do. And you said the key to this really is to move the offense. Get that ball swung side to side, make that defense break down, and then they've had attacks. They've had looks to go hard to the hole and draw fouls or finish. It's when you get sped up, they just make 1 or 2 passes, the shot goes up, or they force that turnover, that it doesn't work well for the Huskies.
And I'm glad you said, go to the basket, draw some fouls, because that was a little bit of a factor in that first half. And I think if North can continue to do that, the way Rice Lake plays, I mean, they're not a bunch of hacks. They just play physical, and they get after you. So I think that's an opportunity for North to get back into this one. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we come back. We will start the second half of action here from Sonatag Event Center in Eau Claire. Your halftime score: Rice Lake 44, Eau Claire North 31. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
All right, back at the Sonotag Event Center, getting set to start the second half of action. Rice Lake leading Eau Claire North 44-31. Rice Lake in good position, you know, coming off that long football season. They won a non-conference game. They jumped right into conference play. They knocked off a really good New Richmond team. And I think that opened a little eyes. I think a lot of folks may have thought, okay, it's going to take them a week, 2 weeks to get going. But boom, they got right back into it. And early, but if they can hold on to this lead and go to 2-0 in the BRC, boy, that puts them in a good spot.
Yeah, you can just tell tonight how athletic they are. And again, a lot of multi-sport athletes for this team, and they're just kind of now getting really into that mode.
Orr guarded by Gus. Now here's Strand back to Orr. Hostreiter. They back off him. He's not a three-point threat like some of these other guys. Entry pass stolen by Besson. Huskies' first possession of the second half. Orr hounding Besson. Oh, good look inside, off the hands of Lemke. Gust gathers. Wise back to Gus. Nice two-man game. Aaron Gus, no on the three. Svensson, rebound. Neither team has scored yet to start the second half. Rice Lake patient on this set, which you can afford to be if you got a 13-point lead.
Yeah, and you can see what the Huskies are doing defensively. They're not even going to bother with Pierce Haystrider on the perimeter, so they got an extra guy to sag and help.
And they try to get it to Hostreiter down low, and his pass is a little behind him and out of bounds. Huskies basketball.
Yeah, and Haystrider, he did a great job the first half of doing that. When they weren't looking, he ran that little backdoor cut, and they found him a couple times for points inside.
Huskies get it across. Wise is capable of taking that three, but again, Rice Lake does such a good job in the closeouts. Besson finishing through contact. Elliot Besson up to 10 points. Zach Orr, kick out. And a three for Will Johnson.
Again, there's your attack by Orr. Kicks out to the wide open player for a three.
Yeah, they are shooting a really good percentage, are the Warriors. Wanted to post up Lemke, knocked away. Here's Rice Lake trying to turn defense into offense. Orr operating on Gust. Svensson up top. Now here's Strand. Another three, Will Johnson rims out. Offensive rebound, Hostreiter, blocked by Wise. Reset for the Warriors. Kevin Orr saying, keep moving, don't settle. Svensson, nothing but net. Will Svensson. Sparks, you said it. Everyone on this team can shoot the three. They have stretched that lead up to 17. Gavin Wise knocked away Hostreiter. Warriors on the run. Zach Orr from distance. That's no good.
Another
Look at
rebound.
Svensson, but he stepped on the line. But again, there's Rice Lake basketball. They defend, they get a steal, they push, they take a three, they hit the glass.
Yeah, and the Huskies were just fortunate that the Warriors actually missed a three here. Otherwise, that really would have been trouble for the Huskies with the spread. Because right now they're sitting at 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring out the danger zone line now because I think this is where this game can go one or two ways from this point. Barrows to Besson. Besson trying to drive, knocked away. Here's the run out. Off the glass and good.
Tough.
Evan Strand.
Tough shot by Strand.
And with that, the Huskies want a full timeout. We'll take a 60-second timeout as well. Rice Lake opening up a 52-33 lead over Eau Claire North. We're back in 60 seconds right here on Zaleski Sports.
In the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Club Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable food items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 29th through December 31st.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Rice Lake leading Eau Claire North by 19. Warriors led in scoring by Evan Strand. He's got 12. Zach Orr with 7. Pierce Hostreiter has all of 3 points. He hit his first three-pointer, but he's done so many other things well tonight, making those winning plays that may not show up in the score sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, here, the Huskies' whole game plan was to stay off him, let him shoot the perimeter. They're not going to worry about him. But boys, he made off the other ways. Good passes, steals. Here's an example. He's there again for the steal.
Up ahead, Swenson followed by Besson. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Will Swenson at the line. Swenson, 6'3" junior, 2 of 2 from the line. He's another guy, Swenson, kind of like Hostreiter. Doesn't have to score a lot, but he plays defense, he rebounds, passes, three-pointer. Lemke won't get the roll. Zach Orr the rebound. Swenson cut off by Barrows, up top. Evan Strand, no good. Lemke going up high for the rebound.
And even after the rebound, Rice Lake all over you, picking you up full court.
Tyler Barrows, no good. Off the back rim, Swenson the rebound. Hostreiter back to Strand. Zach Orr will set it up. From the perimeter, that three short. Decent look that time by Strand. Now the Huskies trying to cut into this 21-point lead. Still time, 12:45. Elliott Besson, nice take to the hoop.
Strong right there. He got contact, but was able to play through it. That's what the Huskies are going to have to do the second half. They've got to play through that contact.
54-35. Huskies need some stops. Dexter Rennick, number 20. Jack Strabel, 21, in for the Huskies. Sam Jevney in for Rice Lake.
Dexter, connect right away!
Zach Orr to throw it in.
Tag it, Dex! See help!
Oh, inside. Can't get the finish. Will Johnson, what a nice set that was.
Yeah, that really was.
Kick out. Rennick. No. Rebound, Johnson.
Again, Rice Lake doing a good job of limiting the Huskies to just one shot.
Orr on the drive. Out to Strand. Under 12 to go here, second half.
Hands. Good. Stop, boy.
Besson on the closeout against Jevney. Zach Orr, no. Jevney the rebound. Jevney on the putback, no. That was halfway down, came out.
He worked so hard to get that rebound in there. Not a real tall guy, he just couldn't get the finish.
That one short by Strable. Zach Orr operating against Barrows. Zach Orr, no. Rebound, look at Orr, my goodness.
What a finish after the miss. Just stayed with it.
We get another full timeout here on the floor at the Sodetag. 56-35 is your score. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. Back with more boys high school basketball right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, we are back here at the Sodetag Event Center. 11 minutes, 6 seconds to go. Rice Lake has stretched that lead. It was 44-31 at the half, now stands at 56-35. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger, and we just continue to be impressed with this Rice Lake Warriors team and the energy. I mean, they have played hard, and you look at the guys out there, nobody looks gassed.
Yeah, they're not afraid to go to their bench. Everybody off the bench plays the same way. A lot of energy, tough on defense, and they are going to get out and push it on offense.
All right, Huskies, over 10.5 to go, near steal Jevney. Huskies will keep it. Security Financial Bank, SFB, whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Warriors showing a little 1-3-1 zone here.
Besson gets inside the arc. Barrows, decent look. No. Offensive rebound. West. Way, puts it up and in.
Nice finish right there from Isaac West.
Well, and that's the kind of stuff North is going to have to do. Try to get some looks from the perimeter, but if they don't go down, crash those boards hard. Or on the kick out to Strand. Wanted Orr to go back door. That wasn't there. 10 minutes left. Paholke inside. Kick out. Swenson. That's no good. Rebound Huskies. Barrows. Besson. Loses it. Off the foot, not a bounce.
Yeah, he got that one knocked away on the attack and ended up picking it off his foot.
Aaron Gust back in for the Huskies. Will Johnson, Connor Duran back in for Rice Lake.
Yeah, Connor Duran was a nice boost for the Warriors in the first half. He came off the bench and drained a couple of threes.
Yeah, again, just athletes. You look up over there, just athletes. Just strong kids that play hard, that have some speed and some quickness. Fun team to watch. Like you said, fun team to watch. Maybe not fun to play against because they're in your grill the whole time.
Yeah. They do bring the intensity on the floor.
And again, it starts with Kevin Orr. I mean, he's a marvel. Let's just put it that way. Just intensity, positivity. I mean, he's just relentless, and his team reflects that. I have to ask him about that 131, whether he got it from his good friend Patrick M. Hammond. You want to get a long conversation going? Bring up where the 131 originated and who brought it to. Oh boy, that's about an hour out of your afternoon there. Barrows for 3, and that's good.
First good look for Barrows here the second half.
Well, they got it down to 16 now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that zone that Rice Lake's gone to has not helped them on that board.
Oh, look at that pass from Orr. Good look, Strand, no good.
Rice Lake starting to miss some of those threes now.
Barrows three-pointer, ooh, no good. Orr tracks down the rebound. Now Zach Orr on the push. So strong with the basketball, but gets it blocked by Besson. Couple competitors going at it right there.
Yeah, he went in hard, but even a better defense there from Besson, like you said. Able to block that one.
8:28 to go. Huskies looking to string some stops together. Oh, they get Swenson for the layup.
Svensson on a real nice cut on that out-of-bounds play.
Just kind of rubbed his guy off, and he wide open. Back to an 18-point lead. Sorry, Spurs.
Back to man, right? We just talked about how they were giving up rebounds, so Rice Lake got out of that zone, right back to man.
And they get the steal. And that's a good move, too. I mean, yeah, go zone a little bit, let your guys just take a little bit of a breather, then hit them back with that pressure. Pass inside, Will Johnson. Nice footwork for the bucket.
Oh, you said it. Really nice footwork. Good patience on the post.
And a three-pointer, Ryan Barrows. He's starting to heat up.
Yeah, Barrows with 5 threes tonight.
Leading the way with 15 points. Zach Orr into the lane, not into the bucket. Battle for the rebound. Strand has it.
Well, there you go. You got one Rice Lake Warrior inside. You got 3 Huskies surrounding him. And still, Evan Strand wins that rebounding battle.
Lemke back in for the Huskies, along with Peyton McCracken. Zach Orr to throw it in. Balanced scoring tonight for the Warriors. Swenson gets it knocked away. Barrows over to McCracken. Lemke drives baseline. Lemke, oh, good move. Swenson the rebound. Here's Durand. Connor Durand, they rotate it. Off the glass.
And one.
Pierce Ostreider. Sometimes it doesn't matter how it goes up as long as it goes down.
Yeah, give him credit. He got it up to the glass and got fouled. It went for him.
Bet if you asked him, he'd go, yeah, that was my plan.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Yep, that's what I was looking to do. And a traditional three-point play. Sparks, you hit it on it earlier. He's that guy, never going to be a big scorer, but boy, does he compete and does all the little things.
Yeah, you're going to look at his stat line, and they got all those analytics. He's going to be all over that spreadsheet.
30-second timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
All right, we are back here at the Sonotag Event Center. 6:45 remaining in this one. And the Rice Lake Warriors up to a 20-point lead over Eau Claire North, who was 13 at the half. And really in the second half, Sparks, just more of the same for Rice Lake. Pressure defense, attacking the basket, knocking down a couple threes, crashing the offensive glass, and turning over the Huskies at key points.
Yeah, and it all starts with that pressure defense. There's just no let up.
Barrows around Orr, but a rebound to Will Johnson. So Orr will walk it up. Zach Orr knocked away, gets it back. Durand on the perimeter. Connor Durand dishes. Hostreiter had it, lost it. And they're going to get the foul on the Huskies, and that's going to go on Peyton McCracken. Grant Paholke back in for Rice Lake.
In for Rice Lake, number 1, Grant Paholke.
Zach Orr to throw it in. Just over 6 minutes left in this one. From the perimeter, ring it up, Zach Orr.
Yeah, that's that patent out of bounds play where you screen for the guy that throws it in from out of bounds. He ran through a double screen, found himself open for that three.
Zach Orr up to 12 points. He and Strand each have 12. Paholke with 10. Will Johnson with 10. Off the glass and good, Evan Strand.
Evan Strand using his body right there, draw the contact, was able to finish.
This one's starting to get away from the Huskies. Besson in the lane, off the glass and good.
Nice little step through right there to finish. Strand was asking the official about how many steps does he get.
Johnson, numbers for the Warriors. Ooh, get back to Johnson.
Pretty give and go right there.
Paholke really close to steps there, but he gathered himself and made the dish, and Peterson finished. Rice Lake, 4 guys in double figures. Besson, little floater, that crawls over and down. Steele Barrows. Besson, contact, and the bucket. Little spurt here by the North Huskies. Full court pressure. Get it across, Johnson, bounce pass, layup. Grant Paholke.
Yeah, real good look there from Will Johnson. But again, that's how you break the press. You go those diagonal passes.
Here's Besson. Over to Barrows. 3 will not count. Huskies will bring in Isaac West, Jack Stradle, Ben Jevney in for Rice Lake, along with Will Svensson.
As physical as Rice Lake's been playing on defense, first foul in the second half.
I saw, as you were saying that, I looked up and said, yeah, that's amazing. Remember, North was in the bonus for a good chunk of that.
6-7 minutes in the
first half. Well, and the key there is if you don't reach and you play straight up. Tough shot, no good that time. Isaac West. Clock not on the side of the Huskies here. So I believe the first time all game, Sparks, that Zach Orr has had a seat on the bench.
Yeah, good time for it right here. Rest him for the stretch run if they need him.
Jevney's shot no good, and then Gust and Grant Paholke colliding. Foul goes on Jevney. Aaron Gust from distance, no good. Barrows, little floater, that won't drop. Offensive rebound, Huskies, and North will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, Isaac West there on the offensive glass. Gets rewarded. He can go to the line and shoot too.
Swenson picks up the foul. Isaac West at the line. He's got 5 points tonight.
Going back to Barrows, inside the arc, he's 0 for 3. Outside the arc, he's got 5 threes tonight.
Bjorn Hellstad, 6'3" freshman, he wears number 24, in for the Warriors, along with Chris Klupert, 5'11" junior guard, he wears number 20. West putting in 1 or 2. And the Warriors turn it over. Well, Sparks, all in all, for a first game in this, first high school game, I should say. I think high school hoops fits really well in this facility.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like you said at the top of the broadcast, the reason we're here is because the Huskies girls are playing. Again, you think of what a place like this would be like for maybe a regional final or even a sectional, semi-sectional final. Man, bring your earplugs for that.
Yeah, if you've got to find a court that's a neutral site, this has got to be used.
Well, and the nice part about it is you look at how those sectional lines are drawn. So like in Division I, you get Hudson on the west, you got Stevens Point, Marshfield on the east. Eau Claire is pretty much right smack in the middle, pretty easy to get to from all those parts. And, you know, I think in terms of facility, I think we're biased clearly. Baseline jumper, no good there. But again, this is a show place. This is as good as it gets. We'll keep lobbying throughout the course of this season.
Yeah, maybe
so.
I don't know who you have to talk to. Yeah.
Well,
who do we have to send this to?
I don't think we're the only ones that think that. Swenson, tough take, no good. Offensive rebound, no good that time for Hellstad. Besson, contact, offensive foul.
Yeah, Coach Orr is excited for that. You get somebody that can stand in there and take that charge against Besson.
Well, and the thing of it is, Sparks, we've seen this with Rice Lake teams in the past. Okay, they might be bringing guys in off the bench, but they're expected to play that same style. They're supposed to, they got to be tough, they got to be disciplined. Of course, I say that, and there's an errant pass, but, you know, they compete. They compete you for everything. And again, you imagine those practices up there in that gym?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy because they're dialing on the floor. They're getting after it, like you said. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're the first guy off the bench, 10th guy off the bench, whoever it is, you're going to be diving and flying around.
Another turnover by the Warriors. And so it's interesting, though, you know, Kevin Orr, just, okay, didn't really say a whole lot. I'm sure, you know, when they watch video, they'll go through some things, but he wants his team to play fast and aggressively. And I think when your team does that, okay, you can let some errors that, you know, if you're going to make a mistake, make it go on at full speed.
Yeah, he wants it to be an aggressive mistake, right? You can coach that a little bit rather than being just a timid or a lazy mistake. So he wants them, like you said, going 100%, being aggressive.
Yeah, lazy and Rice Lake, you would not put those two together in the same
program.
sentence.
Absolutely. Yeah. Coach Orr wants them to spread the floor now here, run some time. For that layup,
they
right
get
there.
the open look. Chris Klupert.
That's how you spread it.
Well, there again, no matter who's in there, you're going to run your stuff in those kind of situations. 65. Gost from distance, no good.
Quick timeout here, Rice Lake to get subs in.
To get these subs in, we'll catch all these names and numbers for you. For Rice Lake, number 3, Ben Vandevoort. I guess we will take a timeout. You know what, we're going to take one as well. Back in 30 seconds, you're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine post-game show, which is brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team. When you have any sports-related injury or issue, you can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. Kenton Mondo into the game for the Huskies. And you want to talk about a fan favorite? Here's a kid who's a Division I offensive line prospect. He's got a couple offers. Hasn't played hoops in a while, but football coaches like big guys with good feet and good hands.
Yeah, they just want to see him run the floor and work on some mobility, and he's doing that here.
Right, he's just moving guys out underneath.
Tessenritter for 3 right there.
And a turnover by the Warriors. Parker Gorak into the game as well. Just over a half minute left. Oh, inside. They want to feed Mondo. There's a whistle and a foul. That'll just be the 5th team foul on the Rice Lake Warriors.
Helstead picks that up for the Warriors.
Sparks, I think we can say an emphatic thumbs up for this facility in high school hoops.
Absolutely. Tessenritter hard to the hole. He'll take it. He gets 2 at the free throw line here.
Cabe Tessenritter is a 5'11 junior. The guy that will be competing for a starting spot next year and plenty of playing time. Landon Knecht is also out there for North, as is Joseph Kent. 1-2, but Tessenritter gets it back. Spinning into the lane. Uh-oh, Mondo. Big man off the glass, gets it back, blocked.
And draws the foul. Crowd loves that, don't they?
Yep. All right, getting Mondo, and if I'm correct here, Sparks, I think he's going for his first varsity basketball points. He did play in the JV game, so he's gotten some work in. You think of some of the big guys around the state that played high school hoops. Mark Tauscher, Joe Thomas. Ooh, 0 for 2 that trip. Again, the footwork, the coordination, that's all part of it.
It's a great way for a big guy to work on his foot, like you said, his footwork, and just great way to play basketball and do that.
Time winding down. Rice Lake is going to improve to 3-0 overall. And 2-0 in the Big Rivers Conference. Huskies dropped to 2-5, 0-1 in the Big Rivers Conference. Spargs, I'm going to take that microphone from you. I'm going to try to assemble it correctly. Some assembly required, I think, is the way they call it. I think that's good. And I'm going to go grab Coach Kevin Orr. You hold it on the Ford here.
I got you.
All right,
covered.
There we go. Yeah, okay.
Turn me down, but we're gonna.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get him. Yeah, good deal.
What's up, Jason? How you doing?
Hey, can we get a quick interview?
Hey, you bet your bottom.
All right. So we got a camera right up there. Dominic is ready to go. All right, Bob Radovich here with Kevin Orr. You know, North got off to that good start early in the first half. You guys just kind of stuck with your program, pulled away for a win. Biggest keys for you guys kind of taking control about midway through that first half and finishing off strong.
You know, obviously, I think we went on a stretch where we were hitting some threes. You know, they were leaving some guys open. They stepped up. They hit the three really well. And I thought our defense, I thought we got into them in our press a little bit. And, you know, we went on a nice run down the stretch. And I thought we got some runouts off of some turnovers. But I was really proud of our defense tonight. I think, we held them to 58 points, and I thought we were really solid on their dribble handoffs, on their ball screens. And, this was a good team effort. We had multiple guys step up and score tonight, and I think when you have that balanced scoring, that's a great thing, and it's hard to beat a team that has multiple kids that can score.
You only had 2 games before this one. Again, you're coming off that football season. So many of these guys are football guys. It just didn't seem like there was any fatigue. You sub guys in and out. You ever since I've known you and ever since you've coached you guys play a really fast tempo. Where do you guys get these energy?
Bob, I don't know, but I really appreciate your comments, first of all, and I really appreciate you guys covering high school basketball. You guys do a tremendous job, and it's just great what you do for area sports. And I'll tell you one thing about football is, these guys know how to compete, and they've been in the weight room.
We noticed that. Yeah, we said that in the broadcast.
That's a big deal. I mean, these guys know how to compete. They're a tight-knit group of guys, and they're a fun group of kids to coach.
Being in this atmosphere, being in the Sonnentag, I'm sure your guys were excited. Just sum up this experience, what this was like for your program.
That's a great question, Bob. I mean, when we pulled this off, because this was obviously a game, we moved because of football, late start, and I'm like, hey, let's just call the Sonnentag Center. And then this is what high school basketball is about.
Absolutely.
I said, I could imagine what a Northern Memorial game would look like in this facility.
Or a sectional final. Could you imagine
sectional
that?
final. I mean, we had a great crowd. We had a band, and I told kids, guys, this is the first high school basketball game played in this.
Yes.
Not many kids get an opportunity to play in an arena like this.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
It was awesome.
All right. It was awesome, and Dave Sparger and I loved it too.
Hey, thanks.
Congratulations. We'll see you down the road.
Appreciate it, man.
We're going to bring in Evan Strand here. Thank you, Coach. Evan, so the last question I had for Coach Orr was just sum up what this experience was like for you guys. All right, it's a Big Rivers Conference game, but this venue, this is pretty special. I'm betting you guys, when Coach told you, hey, we're playing here at the Sonnentag, what was the reaction?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you look around this place, it's the biggest stadium I know everyone on our team's played in. The college court, the extra 10 feet. I mean, it's crazy. The echo in here. I mean, it's a great experience. I mean, I think we're the first high school game in here. So
absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. It's truly a blessing to play here. So.
You step out of conference next week. You go to Hayward, or I think you're home against Hayward next week. But going forward, okay, we're about midway through December. What's the biggest key for you guys over these next couple weeks? You go on the holidays, and then the BRC schedule really kicks into high gear after January 1. What do the Warriors need to focus on now?
Just keeping our consistency in practice. I mean, Coach Orr tells us every day we need to compete, practice like you play. I mean, we just got to get into the lab, fix our weaknesses, and strengthen our strengths, and I think we'll make a run here late.
Here's the good news, Evan. You're in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. You know how that works? So I'm going to hand you the camera. You look up at Dominic up that camera, and you just say your name, and you're in the house. Right. You ready to go? All right, go for it.
My name's Evan Strand, and I'm in the house.
All right, Evan, hey, congratulations to you and your teammate. Enjoy the trip back home, and we'll see you down the road. So that's going to do it from the Sonnentag Event Center. We had an absolute blast covering this game. It was a lot of fun for my color commentator and I, Dave Sparger and I, sitting courtside. What a great atmosphere. Again, so glad for anybody who came here and experienced this in person. If you watched it on the webcast, we appreciate that as well. For Jason Zaleski, as well as our producer, videographer, Don Millay, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from the Sonnentag here in Eau Claire.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip is affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.